wishing I had a viewfinder since 2016. Hello there, everyone. Now, I bet you really didn't expect a book-themed video to come from my channel, because I'm pretty sure the last one I did was back in 2017. Welcome to the new year. It's now 2021. We're on January 2nd as the time that I'm filming this. I had this idea for this video, so I'm here to bring it to you guys. I was inspired to do this video based off Books and Lala. She did a series back in 2017 where basically she would rewatch these old videos she made and she would see if she read books that she hauled 2 years ago. I have a video on my channel that is from 4 years ago, from 2017, about all the books I got for Christmas that year. And I have not watched this video in forever because I've had this idea for this video and I didn't want to get spoiled by it. In the spirit of what Lala did with her videos, I'm going to live react to me watching this video for the first time in quite a while and then see if I have either read, unhauled, or still want to read the books that I hauled 4 years ago. I'm gonna turn this into a challenge. Lala did the same thing a couple years ago of like, if a book came up, she would try to read it in the month that she did it because she did one every single month. I only have this one haul, so I'm going to make it a yearly challenge. I'm not the fastest reader, so I don't know if I would actually be able to do this in like a whole month. Giving myself the entire year of 2021 seems like a goal I could accomplish, so that's what I'm going for. There are some books that I am so scared are gonna come up in this haul, so I guess we'll just have to face them together when they arrive. There are some I'm excited to finally have to prioritize, and there are some I'm just really scared that I will finally be forced to read, because I just know there's gonna be a lot of like series finales, because I tend to always neglect to finish series. Interested in seeing what goes on with that? This is an 11-minute video from January of 2017. It is still up on my channel. There aren't a lot of book videos still up on my channel, so I kept this one up simply so I could film this video. I'm rocking my Taylor Swift vibes today. We're totally feeling folklore. I'm so nervous. Oh my god. I just clicked play and I'm like already at deposit. Okay, so this video is entitled The Outrageous Winter Book Haul. It was posted January 29th in 2017. So let's give her a watch, I guess.
Hello there everyone, and welcome to today's video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the long-awaited Christmas holiday book haul of the year. This is all the books that I've gotten since my last book haul, or for Christmas, or for gift cards. Tons of books are going to be in this video, so let's get started right now.
Just a note before I actually haul any books, I was so excited back then. You might not know this, but I used to make a book-themed video every single Saturday for like 3 years, only missing a couple, and I had like over 100 videos on my channel. They're now mostly deleted because I wasn't proud of them, but this one I've kept up, and it's such a weird time capsule looking back at this, being like, oh my gosh, this is where you were almost 4 years ago. I was in my senior year of high school in this video, and now I'm in my senior year of college, and it's mind-boggling.
I'm going to start with the books that I got for Christmas. So first, my friend Haley got me Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard.
I have thus unhauled Red Queen, so I do not have to read that book in the year of 2021. I have nothing personal against it, I just really wasn't super into the series, and I got it as a gift, so I felt like I should read it because someone gave it to me, but it sat on my shelf for like about a year, and then I think I re-gifted it to someone or lent it to someone, so I do not have that book. That is a 1.4 unhaul.
Then my mom got me This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab.
Okay, so the next book is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I have also unhauled that as of this point, which actually makes me sad because that was the first Victoria V.E. Schwab book I ever got, and I didn't read it, but now I've read Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which was like my favorite book of 2020 and is like my favorite book of all time now. So it's sad that I like got rid of a V.E. Schwab book because now I want to read them. But I did unhaul that, so technically that is not a book that I have to read in 2021.
Then from my aunt I got 2 books for Christmas, and the first one was It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover.
This video is gonna make it seem like I unhaul every single book I got. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I did get that book, and I actually just recently unhauled it. Like July of 2020, I sent it off to a friend because she seemed more interested in reading it than I did. I've heard mixed things about Colleen Hoover, and at the end of the day, I wasn't super excited to read anything by her. So that was the one I was the most interested in, and over time I just had no interest. So I also do not have that, so I do not have to read that in the year of 2021. This is going surprisingly well, but I can feel the storm is coming. We are only 1 minute into this video.
This is gonna be the first Colleen Hoover book I read. Really hyped. And then my aunt also got me The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater.
Okay. We are 4 books into this, and we finally have a book that I do currently still own. This is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I only have the first one, so it's not like I own the whole series and I haven't read them. I'm excited about this. I've been wanting and meaning to read this since I got it. It's just never been the right time, but now I am going to force myself to read it in the year of 2021. Okay, finally we have a book that we have to put on our TBR. It was really looking dark there for a second.
Never can find it, or it wasn't like high priority on my list. I'm just so ready to read it.
Yeah, and then 4 years later and you still haven't read it.
My other aunt got me the complete collection of Jane Austen.
Okay. I do have this. It's the 7 complete novels of Jane Austen. I've read Pride and Prejudice in my life, and I've read most of Persuasion in my life. Not actually from that copy though. I'm not going to read all 7 of Jane Austen's novels in this year. I might try to read 1. I think that might be a good attainable goal, is just to read 1 of the 7 from that copy. I do sometimes flip through that copy, so it has a purpose. I will not be reading all of them, but I still do have that copy. So perhaps we will add that on as like a bonus of like reading 1 Jane Austen. That sounds pretty fair.
And then my best friend Kenzie got me Illuminate by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman.
Yes, I do still have Illuminate. I would never be able to get rid of this copy because my friend Kenzie from high school wrote in the cover a very personal letter, so even if I were to never read this book, I would still never get rid of it because it's like really personal to me. I do really still want to read this. I think it's exciting because it's in mixed media. I don't know why I've put it off for so long. It's come to college with me, I'm pretty sure like 3 times. Alright, I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm interested in this book, and I love my friend Kenzie, so I'm glad to add that one. That's good. We're doing okay so far.
My friend also wrote me a note in the book, which I think I've discovered is like my favorite gift ever, is when someone gives me a book that has a note in it, because now it's personal to me, and I just love that so much. So thank you so much, Kenzie. I'm really excited about this book.
Excited about it, but not enough to read it 4 years prior to this video.
First up, I got The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them screenplay, which is like the most beautiful book ever.
I do not still have that book. I read almost all of it, like 75% of it, and then I got to a point where I really didn't care about it. The movie had kind of been tainted in my mind at that point. I didn't want to support J.K. Rowling any longer, so I did unhaul it. I did send it off to someone. It is out of my life now. I ended up unhauling like every Harry Potter book on my shelf. Like, I never read Harry Potter growing up, so I didn't have sentimental value to them, but I did get rid of like The Cursed Child and the Fantastic Beasts screenplay just because I have no interest in reading them. I have no interest in supporting J.K. Rowling, so those are gone!
And then I picked up Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi.
Oh my goodness, we are like 8 books into this haul and I finally have a book I have already read. Yes, I have read Shatter Me. I read it in the beginning of 2018, so only a year after this video was posted. I liked it. I gave it 3 stars. It was totally fine. Nothing special to me. If I read it when I was younger, maybe I would have liked it more. I didn't complete the series. I didn't continue on. I felt no desire to, but I liked the first book, so I read that one. I just saw what the next book is and I'm actually scared. Okay.
Then I got The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson, which is gigantic.
Yeah, it's gigantic. I know. Future you in 4 years in the future still knows it's gigantic. This is the point in the video that I was fearing. This is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. I love the Kiss of Deception series, trilogy. It's a trilogy. Read it while it was coming out. I bought this book the year it came out. I was so excited about it. I still am excited about it, but it has sat on my shelf for so long because it is so long. Yeah, it's 700 pages. I've read books longer than that. I mean, I've read, you know, A Court of Wings and Ruin, which was like 900 something pages. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that I won't remember a whole lot from the second book. Okay, it's fine. I will get through it. Maybe we'll have to reread the second book, but I'm excited. I love this series. I'm just afraid. 2021 is the year we're reading this one. Okay.
I haven't read it yet because it took me forever to get it, but I'm so excited for this book.
I wish you kept your excitement going and you read it. Like, you read it that year. It has been 4 years. You still have not read it.
I have Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone.
Interesting. Okay. Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. Do not still have that book. I gave it away this past summer. I gave away a lot of books this past summer. So actually a lot of the ones coming up this haul I have previously given away. I was interested in when I picked it up. I fell out of interest with it. Nothing against the book, just was kind of moving out of YA contemporaries at the time.
Talking about diverse reads, I got The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon.
Alright, that is another book I no longer have with me. It was the same as Every Last Word, like it was a time I wasn't really vibing with YA contemporaries. I read the synopsis over and over, was not interested in it anymore, and so I unhauled it. I actually unhauled that a couple of years ago, so it's been a while since I've seen that book, but no connection to it, nothing against it. The movie looks really cool. I think it came out already. Might see that one day.
Nicola Yoon is such a great author and she's so nice as a person.
It is so interesting to me that I said Nicola Yoon is such a great author. At the time, I had not read a single Nicola Yoon book.
First up, we have Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerhill. Erin, A.
Oh my god, yes, finally. Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerhill. I have read that. I read that January of 2019. I thought it was alright. I gave it 3 stars. It was pretty run-of-the-mill fantasy, but it was still good. Like, I enjoyed my time. The ending was actually really, really interesting, and it made me want to read the second book after reading the whole book and not being that interested in the sequel at all. But if I were to ever read the sequel, I'd probably just get it from the library. But yeah, I have read that one, and I'm proud of that. Thank you very much.
One of my most anticipated reads of the entire year.
One of my most anticipated reads of the entire year. This is interesting. Have you read it? I have a feeling you didn't.
And that is Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken.
And the answer is no. This is Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. This is another book I feared was going to show up on this list because it is also very long. 530 pages. I'm interested in this. I loved Passenger, and after reading Addie LaRue, I'm so interested in like time travel and, you know, going to different time periods. So this actually might be the perfect time to read this book. So maybe it's a good thing it's showing up. It has been on my shelf for a very long time, but I will not get rid of it because I'm excited about it. It's just been 4 years. We are now up to 4.5 books that are officially on my 2021 TBR.
And then I took a trip to New York City because I was going to go visit my friend and I also had to do some college thing, so I visited the Strand bookstore.
That trip is such like in my head because it was my senior year. I was auditioning for NYU. It was a crazy time. My friend lives up in New York, so I went and visited him, and our other friend was there, and we went to the Strand for the first time. Like, it was an experience.
Go to the Strand and not get a book, so I ended up picking We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
This one's easy. Yes, I have read that book. I've also read her other book of essays about feminism. I like them. I reread them this summer. I think they're good. That's all I gotta say. I'm glad I read another one.
Then, the last book I have to show you, which is like the piece de resistance.
We're already at the last book. Okay. I mean, we've hauled a lot, so I have no idea what this last book's gonna be. All right, let's see.
haven't even read it yet, but I'm so excited about it.
Did you read it? Were you excited enough to read it? Oh my gosh, what is it?
But I'm so ready for this book to impact everyone, and that is A List of Cages by Robin Rowe.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yes, I have read A List of Cages. I'm pretty sure I had read A List of Cages by the time of filming this video. I read it in January of 2017. One of my favorite YA contemporaries. I gave it 5 stars. It's really emotional, trigger warnings for child abuse, domestic abuse. It is a really great book. So I would recommend that if you haven't heard of it or you haven't checked it out yet. Okay. I was so scared because she was building up that last book so hard and I was so nervous.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye!
Oh my gosh. That was an insane blast from the past. I forgot all the stuff I used to say in my outro. Like, I would say so many things and I feel like every video I added another. But that was nice to look back at. That is a video that's almost 4 years old. So that was super insane. Overall, I think this is probably the best this could have gone. Out of all the books I hauled in this video, which I think was like near 20 books, I had unhauled a lot of them, read 4 of them, and currently own but have not yet read 4 of them. So I think that's pretty good. I did expect that there was going to be some endings to series, which there were. I had a feeling Illuminate was going to be on there, and I had a feeling Raven Boys was going to be on there, so it's 2 first books of series and 2 endings last book of series. So it's going to be a whole year of series, apparently. I'm okay with this because I feel like I can actually get through at least 3 of them. Looking at them, some of them just seem a little bit big, but like I feel like I can do it this year. I have such motivation to read this year. I feel like this is my time. 4 years later, and I'm ready now. I was sort of expecting Throne of Glass books to come up because I haven't finished the Throne of Glass series. I still haven't read Tower of Dawn or Kingdom of Ash, but I guess they came out after this video, so I slid out of that. I still want to read those this year because it has been like over 2 years since they came out, so maybe we'll see if I get to those too. So I think for the follow-up video is once I complete all of these, or if we get to the end of 2021, I'll do an update video of if I read them, how I liked them, how it felt to read a book I've had on my shelf for 4 years, if I regret not reading it sooner, if I regret reading it at all, and all kinds of stuff. So this will have a part 2 to this video. I think that's gonna be all for now. This is really fun to go down memory lane. I'd love to do this with some of my other videos at a later date. If you did like it and you wanna stick around, you can go right ahead. I don't have super solid plans for this channel, but I just wanted to do this video as like a fun challenge for 2021 as a reading goal. I think it'll be really fun. If you do want to check out, Lala has a whole series on her channel that I have binged so many times. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it in the description. It's a lot of fun to see all the books she has to read every month. Thank you for sticking around for me if you did. Thank you for reminiscing with me. And I hope you have a great start to your 2021. All right, see you later.